The internet was abuzz last night.
Yeah.
Not only because Game 7, Vegas Golden Knights, Dallas Stars, but because the greatest roast of all time happened.
Yep.
And whenever you're saying GROAT, you could be thinking greatest raffle of all time, which we had a few years back to a DVD, I do believe, that we created, a baseball one, where we raffled off a bunch of things. Always thought adding things in there with ode at the end, good marketing.
Sure.
So when I saw greatest roast of all time being marketed, I'm like, thank God, here we go. Because the GROAT is a beautiful thing to kind of pitch, especially if you're going to get actual goats to kind of get roasted. Tom Brady signing up for last night. Hey, way to go, Tommy.
Let's go, Tom.
Bold decision.
The sport.
The Force, crypto crash,
Deflategate,
Alex Guerrero, TB12 shit. It just like
A lot of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu, yeah.
AB got mentioned.
Yeah, there's so many things that he could get picked apart, and he definitely did. So him signing up for it is incredible. I think Jeff Ross was a massive piece of putting it together. Seemingly, everybody thanked Jeff Ross whenever they were doing their thing. But what a night, and what a performance by numerous people. I really sat there for 3 hours listening to people do comedy. That hasn't happened in forever.
No.
Shout out to the entire event, I think, Con, man.
Yeah, very cool. And obviously, as a Patriots fan, it was even heightened to the extent because you're seeing Rob Kraft, you're seeing Bill Belichick, Edelman, all those guys do their little jokes. I honestly, you mentioned Ben Affleck. Watching back some of the Gronk stuff, I thought Gronk was pretty funny.
Yes.
I really did. I thought he was awesome in the roast. And like we mentioned, there was a chance that a lot of these guys get up there and they just completely blow it. But it was cool to see like Gronk go up. And yeah, we have this 30
Gronk
seconds.
was called dumb no less than 1,000 times.
At least.
In very creative fashion. Speaking of creative, Gronk said, I'm creative, even though everybody thinks I'm a big dumb dipshit up here. He talked about it. Here's one of his jokes about Tom Brady.
I didn't even know you were in Ted 2. I was watching that scene when a tiny furry bear started jerking you off. At least I think it was Ted 2. It might have just been security cam footage of Julian at your house.
A lot of that.
Yeah.
A lot of that.
Oh, I like that one. I'm creative. You guys all think I'm a dumb piece of fucking shit.
If you go back to that photo.
Hey, everybody needs to know, though. I thought when Gronk was walking up there, I was like, man, I don't know how this is going to go.
Me neither.
I didn't know how it was going to go. Just as a fan of Gronk, and I understand there's people that are not fans of Gronk, and I understand there's people that are massive fans of Gronk. I am a fan of Gronk.
Mm-hmm.
Like I enjoy him being him in every single setting. Now, some settings I think he would even say Gronk not supposed to be here.
Yep.
This is not where Gronk is supposed to be. So him walking up there, I'm like, I have no idea how this is going to go. If it doesn't go good, people are going to kill.
For sure.
People are going to kill Gronk on the internet. I started watching, I'm like, atta baby Gronk. And then Gronk even complimented himself a couple times. I wrote that joke. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, Gronk, kayfabe here. Yeah. You're supposed to, these are all your jokes, Gronk. There's a lot of people writing for a lot of people. One person I don't think had any rights, Bill Belichick showed up. Mm-hmm. Here's a little Bill Belichick chit-chatting from last night's greatest roast of all time.
Gronk, I've been watching you on Fox NFL Sunday, and I'm begging you, please, stop doing your job. Do another job. Do somebody else's job.
He was obviously playing off of the do your job phrase that has got the Patriots, the dynasty. Here's another moment, though, of Bill Belichick being babyface con man.
Yes.
And I saw a lot of people on the internet obviously saying, it's the first time I've seen this guy smile. He sat down on the dais, had a drink, got cooked. He had a big time night. Bill Belichick babyface run continues.
Yeah, last night was, if anything, just the confirmation, like, oh, this is a bummer. We're never going to see Bill Belichick coach again. Because he could do 8 different, avenues after, these last couple weeks. Like he had a little promo before with Bledsoe and Belichick and Brady, where, he was talking about, time to get out there or whatever. And he was fantastic start to finish. Belichick almost stole the show again.
And then Robert Kraft was there.
Of course.
And Kevin Hart actually called for Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft to have a toast, a cheers, have a drink. Kevin Hart, phenomenal job setting that up. I mean, it happened.
It happened.
Yeah. Well,
it happened. Look, right there. Clearly see it.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly see it. Cheers. Way to go.
Big
Well,
smile.
the internet
across.
Hatchet buried. I don't think that was the case.
What's that?
What'd
you say?
The internet said, good to see them bury the hatchet. I don't know if that's what it looked like to me.
What are you talking
That
about?
wasn't Bill's choice of shot, okay? He
Bill
wasn't.
was forced into doing that.
No.
okay?
Well,
He got
certainly.
up so quick.
He wanted
got
no
up so
part of
quick.
that.
I think it's going to take a little bit more than some fake ass cheers of a shot to bury the hatchet between.
I
those
did
two.
appreciate when Kraft said he's the greatest coach of all time, because Bill's probably like, and
Yep.
Keep going.
who built the teams? Hey, Robert, who made you a billionaire? Hey, who made you the most successful owner in the history of the NFL? Hey, who built teams? Who coached teams? Just now, Tom Brady had an incredible line about who was to blame or who was supposed to get the credit for winning the Super Bowls. And obviously, Bill Belichick ended his set by saying, it was both of us because of me, because
Yeah.
he's the one that drafted
Yeah.
Tom Brady at
Yep.
pick 199. So, like, that's a hilarious angle. And I don't know who chatted with Bill about what he was going to say, but at the end of Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick's speeches, they have to address whose fault it was, who wasn't it. And then Tom Brady takes a swing at the end and says, when I watch the Indy 500, does anybody ask the winning driver, hey, who put the gas in your car? Nobody thinks about the people that aren't on the field who actually win races. So Tom Brady had a little heel at the end, but I thought he crushed it at the very end of the evening as well. Here's Tom Brady talking about, the absence of Roger Goodell and one of the asterisks on the biggest Patriots dynasty.
We got so many great football greats here tonight.
Great football greats.
Yeah.
But where's Roger Goodell?
Booed louder than Kim Kardashian there.
I know. Remember Deflategate? The NFL spent $20 million and found that it was more probable than not that I was generally aware that someone may have deflated my footballs. You could have just given me the $20 million and I would just told you I fucking did it.
Robert Kraft. Was that an admission?
Just jokes.
It was a fantastic night. Julian Edelman also crushed. Drew Bledsoe did well. Nikki Glazer made a lot of new fans. I think my wife is a fan of Nikki Glazer. I got introduced to Nikki Glazer last night. What a performance. Andrew Schultz crushed. The two Bears provided an incredible break, I do believe, in the middle of the action. It was Ron Burgundy showed up. Peyton showed up. Bill Belichick showed up. It was Randy Moss was out there. I mean, it was very, very, very well done. They should be taking a victory lap today.
It was very, very well done, and Gronk did a great job, but you could tell in this photo, everyone else is smiling, having a good time. He's thinking, everyone does think I'm a big dog.
Yeah.
Well, there was a time after a shot was had by Gronk, Tom, and Bill together, because Gronk said he's known him for 11 years, doesn't know anything about him. I've never actually even had a drink with him. Now, they were on the boats in Tampa, I believe, pretty intoxicated. Obviously, it was just a joke talking about it. Yeah. Then they do a shot. And Gronk, in Gronk fashion, first he opened a box to do the shot that had the ring in it that Kevin Hart was going to give to Tom Brady at the end of the night. And Kevin Hart had to say, nope, not that box, Tom, or Gronk. And then he also told him to, sound it out whenever he was reading through the teleprompter. I mean, there was quite a those moments. But he gets the vodka or whatever, tequila, and then Gronk spikes it. And, bang. Whoa. And if you're listening, it was like, oh, that was glass.
Yeah.
You thought it was maybe plastic. That was a glass shot, obviously, with how nice everything was. And it was a throwback to the old school roast with how nice and how uppity seemingly everything was. It was like a big to-do to be on the dais and to get roasted. And I appreciate them bringing back like the Dean Martin days, the Rat Pack days. That's what it felt like as you were watching there. But that was glass. And allegedly somebody, just like whenever Gallagher's hitting watermelon.
That's right.
And they give those tarps to cover the first like 3 rows. Should have done that for the glass with Rob Gronkowski. But other than that, perfect night.
Great vibes.
Great vibes. Drew Bledsoe too came out swinging.
Awesome.
It's awesome.
I like that everybody plugged their shit. Drew Bledsoe plugged his wine and his Cabernet in the middle of doing his jokes. Julian Edelman plugged the podcast. I think
Dana White was in there.
Dana White got 60 seconds. He was pumped about that.
Yeah.
Good joke.
What was the joke?
What's that?
What? I didn't see it, so I didn't know what the joke was.
Well, he told 60 seconds worth of jokes. The first one, though, people certainly heard.
Yeah.
People certainly heard.
Why he only
Just
got
self-deprecating, having fun with his own name,
Okay.
Good heat.
That's how I took it.
In L.A.,
Yeah.
I mean, he came out swinging pretty straight, but there was a lot. There was a lot said last night
Yeah, Schultz.
in the name of comedy. There was a lot said last night in the name of comedy. And I know that there is times where people kind of can't see the line between humor and hate, okay? I think if it is described in a lane of humor, I think people should try to give it their best. If the joke sucks. But all they're trying to do is make people laugh. So I understand if you get mad at it, but I think there had become a time where there was not enough like, oh, this is humor, this is just hate. Last night felt like a big time fight back on like, nah, the intentions here are to make people laugh, not the complete opposite. It's an interesting time we're in the middle of right now.
Yeah, I mean, I understand everyone's way more sensitive now than they were, 10, 15 years ago. But like you mentioned, like this is going back to like the previous roast. Like like if you go back now and watch like the roast of Bob Saget or like Bieber, it's like that stuff was on Comedy Central. It was on TV. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, and it's wildly inappropriate, obviously, but that's why it's for a specific audience. Like, it's not for kids. It's for people who can understand, like, hey, like, while some of this is, like, very, very, very mean-spirited.
Offensive.
Like, yeah.
Potentially, to some.
Offensive, yeah. I guess mean-spirited isn't the right way to say it, although some things are definitely mean-spirited. But, like, Brady, he agreed to do it. Like, he knew that this was, it's not like people are just going to go up there and kind of pat him on the back and tell him how great he is the whole time. Like, that's not what these events are. Like, it's to make people laugh. And
I'll tell you, it was a big deal.
We need it.
Yeah,
as a society, we need it. Everything always goes full circle.
That was a big deal.
Hey, we needed it.
That was a big deal last night, I think. And I think we all kind of saw it that way. Right?
Yeah, for sure. We needed it, I think, as a society. And that's what comedies do. That's what comedians do. Some of the best truth tellers, and obviously you got to push the envelope. You're going to offend some people. That's kind of the point of it, too. Like, hey, whatever, get over it. But I think it was good all around.
I enjoyed it. Good piece. Hey, it was a good piece of content.
It was. Jordan's up now.
Yeah, Michael Jordan's got to go next.
Come on.
That kind of sucks. Hey, listen, because you're great, you had to commit your entire life to something, okay? While doing it, you were ridiculed and mocked and picked apart, and you got paid very well, so you're lucky to do it. You'll be remembered forever, obviously. But congratulations. Now you also have to sit here and let some of the most talented prick brains piece together the worst things that you have ever done and are. Congratulate, you're a GOAT.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
did it.
Fun.
Cost doing business.
Tom Brady did it.
It's gonna be really funny.
Tom Brady, you're more famous than you're more than Tom Brady. Okay,
Is that right?
Well, why don't you have a seat here? Let Jeff Ross do his thing.
Yeah.
What a wizard with words.
Oh my God. Unbelievable. I mean, just think, our former president has been roasted before on TV. It's like
So JJ Watt needs one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said it, brother.